Canadian elections?
As Pope? I'd like to be Pope. That would be my number one choice.
Read each section of the article with me and answer each vocabulary question. The new Pope. Following the death of Pope Francis this month, the Catholic Church has begun looking for a new leader to take up the role. Define take up. Accept a new responsibility. Interview for. Take up means accept a new responsibility.
If I've convinced you that dieting might be a problem, the next question is, what do you do about it? And my answer, in a word, is mindfulness. I'm not saying you need to learn to meditate or take up yoga. I'm talking about mindful eating.
Pope Francis passed away after suffering complications from a stroke, and his funeral was held in St. Peter's Square, where thousands of mourners, world leaders, and clergy members came together to say goodbye. Define pass away. Leave a place. Die, respectfully said. Pass away means die, respectfully said.
The reason it feels like a human has died is because dogs are a lot like us. Their life arc is our life arc, from city to suburb, from tragedy to bliss. And when they pass away, that's what we lose.
Define mourner. A person attending a funeral. A person giving a speech. A mourner is a person attending a funeral.
Reverend Billy Graham's funeral is this Friday. We know the president will attend. Has it been determined whether he'll make any remarks, any of the eulogies, or will he be just there as a mourner and family friend?
I'm not sure on the specifics.
Define come together. Have a formal meeting. Gather for a purpose. Come together means gather for a purpose.
It's true. We have the tools to solve these problems. We have the tools to come together as a society, as a country, and to fix this together.
His body was laid to rest in St. Mary Major in Rome. Define laid to rest. Sent on a long journey. Buried after death. Laid to rest means buried after death.
And that's an incredible value, and it's great. It's a wonderful tribute to him, and I just wanted to offer it.
So many stories like that about him, and he will be laid to rest this weekend. So we turn from John McCain, David, to elections.
Speaking to reporters ahead of a trip to Michigan to mark his 100th day in office, President Donald Trump was asked about the process to select a new pope. Define ahead of. After something happens. Before something happens. Ahead of means before something happens.
I remind them, if you had to choose a moment in history to be born and you didn't know ahead of time who you were going to be, you choose now. Because the world has never been less violent, healthier, better educated, more tolerant, with more opportunity for more people.
With a grin, he chimed in, "I'd like to be Pope. That would be my number one choice." Define grin. A wide smile. A loud laugh. A grin means a wide smile.
He is getting more and more nervous, and that act he's been putting on is starting to feel less charming and more desperate. And does that not feel satisfying? Of course, he does come up with a lie to dig himself out of that hole, and he reverts to that original smarmy grin.
Define chime in. Offer a comment. Refuse to answer. Chime in means offer a comment.
So, okay, what is the longest and biggest coral reef? To my knowledge, and I have to admit, I'm not an expert on coral reefs, but I think it is the Great Barrier Reef off of Eastern Australia. I think that if somebody wants to chime in, if that's not right, please feel free to.
The off-the-cuff remark quickly set off a storm of headlines and online reactions. Define off-the-cuff. Carefully planned, not prepared in advance. Off-the-cuff means not prepared in advance.
He's not, and in some ways it's like Donald Trump. Donald Trump is also not traditionally an inspiring speaker. He just kind of rambles off the cuff, repeats the same thing over and over again, and gets the crowd riled up that way.
Define set off. Trigger something. Prevent something. Set off means trigger something.
Maybe the rich could wall themselves off in gated communities, but the growing ranks of the poor and even the middle class would have to deal with ever more strained social services. That could provoke resentment strong enough to set off real class warfare.
Define a storm. Bad weather, an intense reaction. A storm is an intense reaction. Though he said he had no preference, Trump mentioned a very good cardinal from New York. Speculation is still swirling around about who might be chosen. Define swirl around. Circulate or spread. Be argued about. Swirl around means circulate or spread.
Now, when we talk about millennials, a group that is often labeled as entitled, lazy, overeducated, non-committal, and narcissistic, the conversations often swirl around avocado toast, overpriced lattes, and fancy jaunts abroad. You probably have heard all these things before.
Trump and his wife, Melania, traveled to Rome to attend the funeral. Though some gave Trump some flack for wearing a blue suit, the Vatican had not provided any specific dress code. Define give someone flack. Praise someone. Criticize someone. Give someone flack means criticize someone.
Now, it goes without saying that Kanye West believes in Kanye West. Is that fair to say? The question is, if Kanye West did not believe in Kanye West 3 years earlier, who would have? People give this man a lot of ridicule and a lot of flack for his social media rants, and if you want to call them diatribes, and his opinions. But I don't look at this man the same way.
As always, thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to learn more phrasal verbs, consider joining the channel and becoming an English fan. Thank you subscribers, channel members, and private students, and see you in the next lesson.